What's up, guys? My name is Section from the Deviants, and today we're going to be reacting to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, Episode 9. In the last episode, we had some people from the Kyoto Jujutsu High visit the one in Tokyo. Now, out of the students, we got, I think his name is Todo, and then we also got the sister of Maki. And they got in a fight with Fushiguro and Nobara, and luckily the second years went and saved them. Also, the principal of Kyoto came over to visit the principal of Tokyo. I don't know why I want to say Tioka. That doesn't make any sense. But Gojo changed the president's schedule so that Gojo can go over there and talk to the Kyoto principal and basically just call him out on everything. And then we ended off on, it was a cinema. 3 teenagers got their heads just like deformed. And basically due to the fact that Shigaraki did that, and he was walking down an alleyway, and then this kid with like the Sasuke hair, went up to him and said like, hey, were you the one that did all this? Which again, I say stupid idea, but I guess we'll see what happens. We know Yuji and this other dude just came to the cinema. Hopefully it's like around the same time so that they can save Sasuke. So without further ado, let's get straight on into it. Make sure to put the original content as always. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Reminds me of Steins Gate, the sound.
Hey guys, this creep was totally staring at my boobs.
Take that! Yeah, she does have a huge rack, so her boobs bounce when she runs.
Okay.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Huh?
One adult ticket, please, for Human Earthworm 3?
He seems nice. There's Shigaraki. I know it's not his name, but still.
You see, I served as a doctor for many years.
Turned out he had 50,000 on him.
For real?
Typical middle school brat.
This sucks. High school kids shouldn't skip school to watch movies.
Oh, that same guys that bullied him.
Not that I should talk.
And Shigaraki just sitting right behind him.
You were looking at her boobs.
I was not!
Oh, so then you're saying Tsubasa's lying to us?
He was
Yes.
definitely looking at them.
Dude, you are really asking for it.
Is that the teacher? Are you not doing anything?
Teach him a lesson first.
Shit.
Yo,
The
this
girl's
girl.
just using me to see where she stands with these guys. And
Annoying.
she's getting off on it.
So you were looking then?
You're not anywhere near as hot as you think you are, Tsubasa. The only reason they're here fawning over you is because they're hoping you'll let them bang you.
Yo, props to him, I guess. Trying to get out of the situation.
She's not gonna let us bang her. Sounds like she doesn't even want to hang out.
Stop talking.
Was that the same day?
Hey, what's up?
You 3 guys
Yeah, so?
ought to learn some manners.
Oh. They're slightly deformed. Almost reminds me of Muppet characters.
That person I saw just now, would they really be human?
Probably not. Why would you chase them though?
What if I am the one who did it? Are you going to condemn me now?
Can Shigaraki feel the negative emotions? I feel like he should.
Can I do that too?
Weird question to ask, but okay, let's expand upon it.
So who were those two? And why were they on the scene before forensics got there? One of them looked like he was just a kid.
So, what are you thinking?
You just have to pretend you never saw it. If you want to make it to retirement in this job, anyway.
Interesting.
Can you see it? This is the residual taint of cursed energy.
No, I don't see anything.
Residual?
That's because you're not trying to see it. When a cursed technique is used, it leaves traces behind. That's what residuals are.
Okay.
Oh, I can see them.
Of course you can. A good sorcerer can sense them even before seeing them. I adhere to facts and judge on that basis. That's who I am.
Okay.
There was a time when I mistakenly believed society worked the same way. But enough about that.
Again, can we expand?
Moderate effort is all that's required here. Now let's go.
Are you sure? Can you sense how strong the person that created the technique is?
I won't be able to lead you this time. But don't worry about it, kid, because I've called in an old friend you can trust.
This is Kento Nanami, suit-turned sorcerer.
Please don't ever call me that. I went to your school too, and there I learned one thing. Jujutsu sorcerers suck!
Huh?
I mean,
Then I went to work for a
understandable.
typical company and learned something there too. That having to work for a living sucks.
Really?
I like this guy already.
You should understand that I'm not at all the same mindset as Gojo here. I do trust him and have great faith in his powers and abilities.
But
I have no respect for him!
okay.
This conversation's dragging on. The point is, I don't recognize you as a sorcerer either. I'm hoping you can prove yourself to be useful.
I have to get strong, or I won't be able to choose how I die. And I'm certain I can win your respect. But you'll see, in time.
It might take a long time.
Go sell that to the higher-ups, not to me.
You're right.
Because frankly, I don't give a damn!
Okay, I get it.
This lighting.
There was only one young man aside from the victims.
Then it was a cursed spirit?
Well, most likely. There's a small chance the young man could be the killer. But we can leave him to the police to identify as...
Okay. What are you doing just hanging out?
Let's see if you can handle the one over there.
What? There's another one? Good detergent. Why do they always sound like normal people?
It's not about whether I'm underestimating you or not. I'm the adult here and you're still a child.
True.
You've faced several life or death situations, but that does not make you an adult.
Ooh, a cow blade.
The accumulation of those little moments of despair in life is what makes a person an adult.
Well, then I am adult through and through. I wonder if he's kind of like Maki, where he doesn't have cursed energy, so he uses cursed weapons.
My cursed technique allows me to forcibly create a weak point I can exploit on any opponent.
Never mind, forget what I said.
That allows me to deal a fair amount of damage, even to those ranked higher than me.
You have a high critical hit.
And if their cursed energy is weak, I can slice them in two, even with a blunt blade. Revealing one's hand is a gambling tactic that increases the effectiveness of one's technique.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Ooh, critical hit.
All of that force came from me.
Oh, man.
Behind you, Itadori.
I was wondering why that Chris was just waiting the whole time.
I don't like you turning your back on your opponent.
You're the one who keeps distracting me here.
Okay. Cursed energy in your fist.
Your cursed energy comes up a little slow, huh? You're still
What-
not
what
good at
is
collecting
this?
your cursed energy, so it lags behind. But in effect, that creates an irregular energy flow. So you're creating two impacts with every strike.
Okay. It just used double hit.
It must be unimaginably unpleasant for those struck by it. He
Oh,
has
he's
room
crying.
to grow, too. If he can learn to imbue 100% of his cursed energy into 100% of his martial arts. Now I see why Gojo brought him to me. I'll end you now, huh?
A watch. See? That's what I'm saying.
Itadori, wait! Don't finish it off
These
yet.
have to be human beings.
Have a look at this. These creatures that we've been fighting?
They're human. Well, I guess I ought to call them former humans. They're
Are they like
similar to
chimeras?
the three from the theater.
The structure of their bodies was forcibly altered by a cursed technique. You'll have to ask the culprit to explain his cursed technique to you.
Though there is evidence their brainstems have been tampered with, most likely to create confusion and impaired consciousness.
Oh, wait, is Itadori listening?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
I think it's important you understand this much. These guys died from the shock of what happened to their bodies. So you didn't kill them.
Yeah, he has a thing with people dying.
Whatever this thing is we're after, it disgusts me to the core.
This boy can get sincerely angry on behalf of others.
Yeah.
Our foe is quite skilled. It looks like this will take more than moderate effort. So let's go all out.
Cursed spirits are a collection of the cursed energy emitted by humans. Whether it exists or not, a shared image of fear makes it easy for a powerful curse to manifest. Jujutsu sorcerers label them special grade potential apparitions and keep watch for them.
Okay.
But people constantly fear other things too, not just those old fairy tales.
The fear of the unknown.
Like earthquakes?
People.
Jeez.
The ocean. The forests.
I hate the ocean.
The earth. They fear all of them. Because the cursed energy directed towards those is far too vast, they gained wisdom before they took shape, and they've remained in hiding up until now.
Tell me, Mahito, what kind of a curse are you?
What is that?
I'm a curse that was born from the hatred and fear that people hold deep inside toward others.
Ooh, that's pretty strong.
This is the boy who is at the theater.
Yeah.
Junpei Yoshino. We've just determined that he goes to the same high school as the 3 victims. I've entrusted the process to Ijichi here, and I'd like the 2 of you to investigate Junpei together.
Sure. Let's go!
Stop. Don't shout.
You don't just know the location to some extent, do you? You know it exactly.
Of course. It would seem we're being lured in once again. Weighing the risk of storming in alone versus taking Itadori along, I simply made the safest choice. He is, after all, still a child.
Are you really gonna go in alone?
There he is.
Huh. Where's his uniform?
Being
Looks
kind
like he
of
hasn't been attending
suspicious.
school for some time.
I don't like it. What do they do? What do they do?
Juju stroll.
Hey, Nanami! Let's go out!
No, thank you.
Oh gosh. All right, so we're getting a backstory of this guy. So this guy gets bullied by these 3 guys because the girl was saying, "Oh, he's looking at my boobs." Some stupid high school stuff, right? Now these guys ended up being the guys that are in the movie theater, and those are the guys that had their face deformed. Now, I do think this guy has good intentions. Or actually, shoot, I don't know if they're good or not. Like, I feel as though he's looking for answers in order to defend himself. Like, he's talking to this guy because he kind of wants to know how to do the things he did. Obviously, he's not like, oh, I want to use it to destroy all Tokyo. I don't know. He could get turned into a curse user. So now we get also introduced to this guy who is not a teacher, but he's a guy that graduated Tokyo Jujutsu High. It almost seems to me like he's the Squidward of the group, where he did Jujutsu first. He hated it, so he went to a corporate job. Feels like he hated it even more, so he went back to being a sorcerer because out of everything he's chosen, he hated this one less. Which makes him and Gojo perfect for each other because Gojo is just so above and beyond. I feel like the relationship that this guy has with Gojo is like the same or sort of the same relationship Yuji has with like Fushiguro. So when they were scoping out the cinema, they found these 2 cursed spirits, technically cursed spirits. Now, what was different about them was that I don't know if the horse looking one said anything, but I know this white one said something about like groceries or whatnot. And I thought it was weird because they were saying some things that humans said. And of course, it turns out at the very end that these are not cursed spirits, but they are human that have been forcibly changed due to cursed energy or a cursed technique. And then also, if we go back to when Yuji and Nobara were facing off against the cursed spirits inside that apartment complex, I believe one of the cursed spirits said like, "Oh, you're willing to check out?" He was saying something human that I pointed out that was like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I think that one as well used to be human. Now, I don't know if all the cursed spirits inside that hotel or apartment were cursed spirits or were used to be humans. But we know at least one of them was. So this guy's technique is fantastic, in which his technique is basically upping his critical hit accuracy. He's able to find the weak points of certain people and then using those to effectively render the opponent useless, which is fantastic because if you're able to find the weak points, you don't have to expend as much energy in order to defeat the opponent. And then we also get Yuji's sort of, it's not technically a technique, but it's basically something that happens when he uses curse energy in his fists. So it's basically a double hit of where the first hit is his physical hand hitting the surface. And the second hit comes from the wave of energy that is delayed. And since it's been built up, it creates a bigger impact. So I definitely think him and like Todo would be an interesting matchup, because it seems like Todo is also the type of guy who maybe doesn't rely on techniques a lot, but instead relies on physical brute force. Okay, so the explanation that Shigaraki tells Sasuke is that basically, depending on the type of fear or the type of negative emotion the humans have, will then create a certain type of curse. And depending on how broad that fear is, can also determine how smart that curse is. So for instance, in this, we have the guy that creates like flowers and stuff like that he was born off the fear of the forest. Volcano Head was built off the fear of the earth, and Squid Dude was born off the fear of the ocean. Now Shigaraki though, I think he's a little bit more stronger in a sense of where he was born from the fear of people. And in my opinion, I feel like a lot more people are afraid of people than they are of ocean, earth, and forest. Though I feel like the fear of the unknown is probably the most feared, even though people like don't realize it. I feel like the idea of the fear of the unknown is like the biggest, most broadest fear that most people have. So I wonder if there's a special grade that encompasses that. But anyways, there the very end, this guy basically tells Yuji like, hey, you and the assistant are going to go find the kid and see what the connections are, like what he knows and stuff like that. Whereas this dude is going to go directly to the source and he's going to try to fight Shigaraki, which Shigaraki seems a little bit too strong in my opinion. Like obviously we haven't seen him fight or anything, so we don't know how strong he is, but I don't like the odds for this guy. But anyways, that was my reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, Episode 9. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want to know anything more, put in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.